If I do, I'll get off track. And constantly away, choosing will it be something I see. You know what's best for me. For whatever comes, I'm gonna be ready. Straight to I feel like so feeling natural. I can't go wrong, 'cause I always know. But I still had you. You showed me your grace. And now my life's with you. Thank you. Yes, I thank you. So I'll tell you when you listen. I'll testify about how good you were to me. And so hopeless makes me find the fact that you showed somebody so broke down. So much mercy beyond what I see. I know you know what's best for me. Prepare my mind and prepare my heart. For whatever comes, I'm gonna be ready. Give me the strength to test and test. I know that I'm so blessed. You're in control. Use me as you will, I'll pay the price. 'Cause you made the ultimate sacrifice. It's no that I even had given my life as a tribute to how great you are. Sight beyond what I see. You know what's best for me. Oh, prepare my mind. Prepare my mind. For whatever comes, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna pass this test. I know that I am, know that I am, know that I'm so blessed. You're in control. I can't go wrong. I'm gonna be ready. Yeah. This time I'm gonna be. This time I'm gonna be. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're about to get into it. We just shuffled up, getting into the collective energy for the week ahead. I do got decks out, you know, we're going to get into crystals. I'm going to push through even though I can feel that. We're going to see what's going up above. We're going to take a look at healing this week. Self-love, romantic issues, money issues. You know, see what's going on in the energy this week. Let's get started. Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father, higher self, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, archangels, deities that walk with me in the highest white light and the universe. We humbly come to you with gratitude and thanks for the many lessons and the blessings you have gifted us. Please continue to shine them down on us today. We ask that you remove any curse and break any chain placed upon us and turn them into blessings. Allow us to open up and receive anything that is meant for us. Continue to release the things that no longer serve us as we walk in our truth. Again, we are forever grateful and thankful for the insight and clarity that you will be bringing us for the week ahead. Let it be some good news this week, Spirit. We do got a full moon in Gemini this week, so there's going to be a lot of shift in perceptions. There's going to be a lot of gossip, a lot of truth, a lot of clarity, just a lot of talk in general with the full moon in Gemini. And it's a lot of squares in that full moon in Gemini. So you're going to have to work through a lot of inner dialogue. This is inner dialogue with yourself. Is it negative? Is it positive? Right? Because your thoughts is what creates your reality. And this full moon is going to illuminate things that are in the subconscious, because it will be making some squares with Saturn and Neptune retrograde. Saturn is no longer retrograde, but it'll be making some squares with that energy over the full moon, right? And it is going to, this is inner work, inner communication style. Do you believe in the affirmations you speak? Do you walk it like you talk it? Are you as good as a person as you think you are when your thoughts, like when you walk past people, what are your thoughts? What is you saying in your head? What are you creating for other people in your head? Oh, that's definitely going to be highlighted. What did I say? What are you envisioning? What are you envisioning? All right. On Monday, we have the moon in Aries. The moon is in Aries right now. All right. We have the moon in Aries trining Mars in Sagittarius. Okay. So Mars rules Aries. All right. So we got a lot of fire sign energy, a lot of fire, a lot of action to produce. Look at that. A lot of fire energy starting off the week. All right. A lot of energy to produce. All right. A lot of energy to move forward. All right. With the Page of Pentacles here, this could definitely be slowly but surely, because the Moon in Aries will also conjunct Chiron retrograde, and it will square Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. So, first house versus the fourth house versus the ninth house, right? Because that's Sagittarius energy. The sun is in Sagittarius, and this is where Mars is, right? This is your growth. This is, look at all that fire energy. This is your growth. This is your stability. This is your transition. I'm sorry. This is your transition. This is where you yield to a higher knowledge. This is your higher calling, your purpose. This is where you're going to move forward, right? So it's a lot of energy and fire on Monday. And then the moon will move into Taurus at 10:10. I like that. The moon will move into Taurus at 10:10 Monday night. And it will come into a square with Pluto. And Venus will also sextile Pluto. So Pluto will be at play during the day in Taurus, right? Pluto is all about transformation. It's all about death and regrowth, rebirth, right? It's all about it, but it is slow. It runs through the planets slow. So it takes time. That's why we've seen that Page of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. We have the Fool. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have, oh, I love it, the Four of Wands. There have definitely been a completion coming through this week, as we have just ran through Saturn retrograde and Mercury retrograde. They are both direct. They were both trining each other, right? And this is us into the new. I like that. We got the Four of Swords. Higher thinking, higher clarity. Okay, this is coming through in this Gemini full moon. Remember, this is the third house of the mind, so pay attention. On Wednesday, we have the moon opposing Mercury in Scorpio, and we have it sextiling Saturn, conjunct Uranus retrograde, and sextiling Neptune retrograde before it moves into Gemini. What we thinking? We thinking long-term stability. We thinking what it is that we want to create. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that reaches its destination. Okay? This, you see that? Things have to be prepared. You have to prep the food. First of all, you have to go get the food, whether you growing it yourself or going to the grocery store. All right. Then you have to prep the food. You have to clean the food. You have to dice up everything. It takes a long time to prepare a nice home cooked meal. Do you understand? Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes overnight when you are working towards something that you are building. This is having blind faith, walking towards your destination. And where it is that you want to grow, where you want to expand. We are in expansion season. That is Sagittarius energy. Oh, yeah. When the moon moves into Gemini overnight on Thursday, it's going to trine Pluto, and it will oppose Venus in Sagittarius. The full moon in Gemini will be at 6:13 p.m. on Thursday. And just look at this. There's a chance for the wheel to Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups. What are you learning? What are you researching? Oh, we got hacker energy. But this could also be just you focused on your goals. You focused on making your will turn. You focused on releasing whatever it is from the past with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups and making your will turn here. It's all up to you this week. The full moon, and we talked about the squares and the oppositions, is going to oppose Mars energy in Sagittarius. It's going to square Saturn. It's going to square Neptune retrograde. You decide. You decide. This is that inner conflict, that inner dialogue, whatever it is that you speak to yourself. You decide what it is that you want to create once you stand in your power. You decide. This is inner conflict. When you have inner conflict, it flows outwardly. Creative accountability with your manifestations. This is a choice for you to decide. Not only, that's what they're saying. It's a good time, there's a lot of clarity and truth being released in this full moon because there has to be a shift in perception for you to move forward. Sagittarius season, that growth, that forward movement. We're going to have that new moon in Sagittarius where you need to decide what you want 2026 to look like. How are you going to create the energy? What energy are you going to create for 2026? What are you going to be manifesting? And in order for you to decide, you need to have clarity. You need to have truth. You need to ground. You need to hydrate. You need to make sure your mental space is clear. Because we're starting in a whole new cycle. We're leaving the year of 9 and stepping into the year of 1. So what do you want 2026 to look like for you? Creative accountability with your manifestations. That's why we're talking about those thoughts and those things in the subconscious that need to be released. On Friday night, see, the moon is going to be in Gemini for less than 48 hours, which the moon cycles are normally 2.5 days. So this is going to be fast, quick, in a hurry. This transition, fast, quick, in a hurry. All right, because the moon's going to move into Cancer, which is your 4th house of your foundation. Okay, remember, we are rebuilding. So now we get in this Cancer energy aligned with the full moon because we just had this big old epiphany, these clarities on what it is that we need to do to push forward, right? On what it is that we need to do to see our growth, to get our manifestations, to get in alignment for what it is that we are calling in for 2026, right? So, we building up on our foundation collectively. That's the 4th house of the home and roots. This is where Jupiter is already retrograde, right? So we already looking at our foundation. We already looking at what didn't benefit us, what didn't help us grow, what we need to leave behind, right? And then that moon's going to get there and it's going to highlight a lot of that energy. It's going to be a double down in this full moon in Gemini. You're going to have to double down. Ooh. On Saturday, we have Mercury trine Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, where the moon will meet also. And this Mercury will trine Saturn also. A lot of clarity, a lot of truths, a lot of you have to believe it once you get it. You got to run with it. If you trusting in your intuition and you trusting in your guides and what they are trying to tell you and what they are trying to say, go deeper. Because now we are in trines. The moon is going to trine Saturn. The moon is going to trine Mercury. The moon is going to sextile Uranus retrograde. The moon is going to trine Neptune retrograde come Saturday. In your inner power, you pull in your inner power by reflecting on you, doing your shadow work, going within. We got the 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Okay, when you pulling out your power, are you going to feel defeated or are you going to create something new? The choice is yours. This gives us the 6 of Swords. Spirit is waiting. You got to make your moves. You got to do what you need to do for you. Yeah, you could be asking, you could be manifesting, but if you not walking it like you talking it, you not telling them like you mean it, this is the realization. Over the weekend, over the full moon, I just keep hearing creative accountability with your manifestations, your thoughts. In the beginning, if you missed it, we talked about how your inner dialogue. How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to yourself when other people enter the room? Do you talk badly about them in your head? What do you say? These things matter because these things create things. It's about your inner dialogue. How do you speak to yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you view yourself this week and in this full moon energy? Right, we are going to get into it. For the week ahead, any other energies that you would like us to pay attention to? Any other energies you would like us to pay attention to this week? We got Cancer energy. So like I said, when that moon goes into Cancer, you're going to have to double down about something when it comes to you. All right, that 16 breaking down to a 7. You're going to have to go within and feel. You're going to have to feel some shit in order to heal some shit, to transmute that energy really. You cannot suppress it this time around. And you got Saturn returns. Saturn just went direct. What we talking about? That Cancer moon is going to trine Saturn, and you're going to have a lesson. And are you going to do what it is that you need forward? Because if you learned and you know better, then you better do better. Oh, yes, this energy is all going to be trining. I forgot that. Venus and Black Moon Lilith. Well, Venus will be moving, but Lilith is in Scorpio, right? It's all going to be trining. This is that water energy, Cancer. Saturn is in Pisces, and then Scorpio energy. This is about water holds memory, tapping into who you are, remembering who you are, doing your cleansing work, tapping into you. Only you can take control of your life. This is a you thing. Oh, okay. The houses that represents that is your ancestral houses. It's your 4th, 8th, and 12th house collectively. So know where the water energy is in your chart. Where Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces is, there is a transformation. Crystals helpful for this week. We got peacock copper. All right. I confidently show my true colors to others. I am fabulous. Improve optimistic outlook on life. Increase happiness. Feel confident and comfortable. Embrace ability to be in the spotlight. What we talked about. This is about you. You have to show up for you. Nobody else can show up for you. We have auricular jasper. My life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. We talked about that. What are you manifesting in? Unlimited possibilities. Relax into the flow of a happy life. What goes around comes around. Attract goodness and love. So putting out love, putting out the correct energy, all right, is what is going to attract back to you. What is going to come in for you. All right, chakra mudras for this week for the collective. What chakras are we working on this week in the collective? Oh. All right, we got that sacral chakra coming right in place below the navel. The sound is Vem. The color is orange. The symbol is the 6-petal lotus flower. This rules the reproductive organs, ovaries, and the testes. The element is water. Okay. We have fluidity. This qualities is fluidity, receptivity, creativity, and pleasure. Tapping into that emotional energy, into your sacral energy, clearing out your sacral energy, tapping into your inner child. Oh, I like this. We have a purification. So there's a cleanse coming through. This is throat chakra. This is third eye energy. Also, we have mental clarity, purity, spaciousness. We talked about the clarity and the truth that's going to be coming in under this Gemini full moon. Enhances circulation to neck, throat, and thyroid. Aligns cervical spine, releases tension from the neck and jaw. Helps to purify thoughts and limiting beliefs. Bring the tips of the thumbs to touch the base of the ring finger. Allow all other fingers to extend outwardly away from the body. Rest the backs of the hands on the tops of the thighs. Relax shoulders down and align the spine. With hypertension and hyperthyroid, use caution. Focus. I embrace purity on all levels. I open to greater expansion. By embracing purity on all levels, I open to greater expansion. By embracing purity on all levels, I open to greater expansion. What we talked about. This is about your growth, your expansion. Okay? As above, so below. What do you want the collective to know for this week? What's going on? All right, okay, we got a lot coming out. We have a number 8, movement with the liminal dance, delicacy, fragility, transcends. All right, so there is some movement and there is some change that needs to be handled properly with proper care here. We have a number 7, the tree of illumination, truth, revelations, understanding. I told y'all it's coming this week. They doubling down. They're going to be bringing a lot of truths and revelations. We have number 4 here, the Isle of Wonders, revelation. I don't want to say it again. We have a number 29, 2 29s out here just to pay attention. 1111, master number 11s, okay? A lot of blue energy, a lot of higher chakra energy, a lot of cleansing energy coming through. In the coldness, it cleanses. That's why they keep the temps down at the hospital, right? That's why it be so cold. Ooh, all right. Light beams, portals, subtle energies. So, yes, this week, that, oh, I love this. I love this. Healing the earth, all right? Love, humility, and respect. There's a lot of healing energy that's going to evolve, a lot of truth and revelations that's being pushed down from up above. They understand that things have to, some people can't handle the truth all the time. So things have to trickle down. I feel like it's a trickling down effect that is happening in the collective this week. As healing is being pushed into the collective. That truth, that revelation, that insight that you need to push you forward. Clarity that aligns with who you are. Oh, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, oh, look at that. We got a number 19 with the healing temple of the lunar light. Life cycles, healing energy, communication. This is healing your communication. The way you think about yourself, the way you look. This is healing your communication. That third house of Gemini, where the full moon hits collectively. There's going to be a lot of collective healing when it comes to the throat chakra, the third eye, the crown chakra, a lot of cleansing, a lot of unveiling. All right, as above, so below. What do you want the collective to know? This week, changes and transitions. All right, we got a portal. It's yours to choose. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. You choose. We have Star Family. You are part of a team of souls. Call in support. Gifts. Gifts. We got jump in. How is you going to show up for you this week? How are you showing up for you? How are your thoughts, your manifestations, your creations? Jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. There's something that got to shift. And we have, look at that. I can't make this shit up. The lifting of the veil. Didn't I just say they're going to do that shit? Yeah, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. There's going to be a lot of revelations, a lot of truth and clarity coming to you so that you can release as needed. Healing for the collective this week. What are we healing in the collective this week? All right? We got doubts, lonely, negativity, not hopeful, discontentment. Healing those doubts this week. We got decisions. You got to make a choice between two people or two paths to stay or go. You got to make a choice. And we got truth coming through this week. Truth out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 4 times. Like I said, they doubling down. New perspective. Seeing the truth. Clear action. Honesty. Communication. Coming through this week. And we have loss. Wounded, not feeling enough, missing someone, left out in the cold. Some of you guys are healing through that. Ugh. Look at that. Don't worry, because they said read it. We got that loss here, and then we got watching, so somebody could feel left out of the cold from you. We got spying, gathering info, envy, trying to figure you out, keeping tabs. We got temptation, self-deception, deception, make wise choices. What did I say? You have a choice this week. And your spirit guides are here giving assistance if you need it. This is how you're going to rebuild your structure. Are you going to rebuild it with your faith, with your spirit team? Are you going to do your own thing? Creative accountability. Are you going to watch? You're going to spy? You're going to tempt? What? You're going to create love? Oh, okay, spirit. All right, healing for the collective this week. Look at that. We got old conditioning you need to release. It's time to let it go. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into a new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. I can make this shit up. They only going. We have inflexible at the bottom of the deck, which is change. Sagittarius energy is mutable. This is about change. This is about growth. You or the person involved are set in their ways that are impeding growth. Be more open-minded and see the other person's point of view to expand your perspective in a healthy, oftentimes being too rigid masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow. What we talking about? Okay. We got good news falling out on the table. I love it. Positive energy. Your prayers have been heard. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to have the expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire of your highest good by co-creating with Source. Now is the time to celebrate. Hello. What they talking about? This is a time of co-creation. Healing for the collective this week. All right, we got wisdom. You've been here before and you know what to do, yet you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in the situation. We have trust in yourself. You've got this. You've worked hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things that you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. Come on now. What they coming through with the coming through?